Somebody reminded me of, I'm really, I'm, I'm really torn, to be honest, about this using the term retarded, because I know many families who I respect who have loved ones that are handicapped, cognitively handicapped. So I don't want to disrespect those people, but um, so when I use the term, like I'm a mechanic, or I was anyways. So, and I may sometimes use the word derogatory, but I really mean it just to describe a view as being, what's a better word? Uh, Faulty in some way, I guess. Is that insensitive? So I'm not meaning to degrade people who are handicapped, who are often, really great sources of beautiful truths as you see them struggling in life, and you learn things from them. So I don't mean to be insensitive when I use that term in that way. And maybe that's why I shouldn't use the term. I'll tell you a story. I come from Seattle, but I'm more conservative, being a conservative Christian. And I had a friend that I met in drug rehab for opiates. We became friends, right? And he was struggled with heroin. I struggled with pain pills for a long time. And we became friends because, well, it doesn't matter why. Because we had similar interests, let's say, outside of the drug world, but just intellectually we had similar interests. And I remember his family was pretty wealthy, and his mom's was on the city council, and they were very liberal people. And they invited me into their home, let me stay the night. It was very open, and they invited us to their house I remember we went over there. They have friends from all sorts of different cultural backgrounds, right? They're very liberal, not Christian, but they're very kind people. And they live downtown Seattle, basically. Well, not technically, but nearby, in a nice neighborhood. And we have the Blue Angels come in to and do a show at Seafair in Seattle with the hydro boat races and stuff. But they live in a place where the Blue Angels during the air show fly right over their house, right? So they have a party every year, and they invited me and my dad, and they were very nice. But anyways, I'd come over, they had this super nice coffee machine. They make really good coffee, because I drink coffee. Don't tell my Adventist friends, but anyway, I mean, we're having a conversation over dinner, me and my friend and his parents. And I was talking about my past, and we're talking about treatment and stuff. And I said, I'm retarded. I said, I am retarded. The mother said, you shouldn't say that, in a nice way. And I just totally spaced what she was saying, right? I thought, she's telling me not to denigrate myself, which is pretty stupid of me, right? I didn't get it. I was very dull and dense here. And I was like, no, I really was not thinking or whatever properly. And she's like, yeah, but you shouldn't say that. And I just kept insisting that I was acting in such a way that was, I'm thinking my mechanic brain is thinking, I'm not thinking properly or normal or whatever. The more I think about it, the more I think this term shouldn't be used, to be honest. But to me, it just means I think of timing, timing your car, the timing is retarded, right? No, hey Stefan. So anyway, so I go back and forth in my mind whether I should use this term. It's insensitive or whatever. But anyway, my friend took me aside later and was like, dude, she wasn't saying don't call yourself retarded. She's saying you shouldn't use that term. And I was so embarrassed. I was exacerbating the point by insisting, no, I thought she was saying don't say that. And she meant it don't use that word because it's insensitive. And I'm still torn about how we should think about that sort of thing. I don't like policing speech, but like I also don't want to cause pain to people who have those struggles with people or whatever if they do. But I also don't want to like think of people who are handicapped as being lesser of human beings either. Because I don't think that. So I'm not sure how to think about it, but that was a funny story because it was really embarrassing and I made a fool of myself. And my friend had to pull me aside and explain what I wasn't getting. Anyway, I thought that was funny how somebody left a comment, and I was Matt from Fisherman's Corner, and I was just gonna tell him that story. So there you have it. Made a fool of myself. Let me know in the comments whether it's inappropriate or not to use that term and how we should think about it. I'm curious what people think. I tend to not want to be offensive unless people are just belligerent, but I certainly don't want to hurt people that are being sensitive towards people who have a handicapped person and that's close to them or whatever. So anyway, tell me what you think, what you would say. Be curious what you think. Yeah, I have to admit I'm a bad boy. I like coffee. But hey, man, if you knew all the things I used to consume that I don't anymore, I'm making headway. Anyways, God bless.